Okay, so this video is going to be all about getting you kind of to this place. This is a really well graded blog paper from last semester. So you see that the formatting is really well taken care of. The writing style that you guys want to use is going to be a little bit more informal. You're sort of more speaking directly to the audience. Think about when we talked about television news, how they were speaking to the audience. You can be even a little bit less formal than that. Still professional, but you can talk about things in the second and first person. You can, sort of make slightly more opinionated statements, just talking about how wonderful the East Texas Food Bank is for the community, things like that, because you are writing this blog on behalf of the East Texas Food Bank. And blogs, again, are more sort of social ways of communicating. They're not as cut and dry as news stories. So you have a little bit more freedom in how you're writing, but you do want to make sure that all of the information is really taken from the East Texas Food Bank website. Make sure that you are rephrasing or rewording it in your own language as much as possible, just so I don't get, Turnitin telling me that 98% of your work was plagiarized or something crazy. A lot of it is going to be from the East Texas Food Bank website, so I will get some notification about things being similar, but please try to word it a little bit differently. Use the same statistics, but don't use the exact same wording that they do. So this video is more about the formatting. So one of the easiest things you can do as far as the social media icons and the East Texas Food Bank logo, those are easily found on Google. You can also just use the East Texas Food Bank website if you want. They do have some pictures there, but I found it was fairly easy to just say, East Texas Food Bank logo. I search for that, click on whatever. Well, Feeding America is not what I want, but East Texas Food Bank logo, right click whatever it might be, say save image as. I save mine to the desktop so I know it's there. But once you have an image from Google saved, you can just come into Word, and most of you should have access to Microsoft Office 365, which includes Microsoft Word, just using your university email to sign up for that. If enough of you request it, I might make a video about how to go about signing up for that. But if you just type Microsoft Word into Google and try to sign up for it with your university email, you should be able to do that off campus. And that was always a thing. So it's not some special thing for COVID-19. You should have always been able to do that. So let me know if you have any issues with that, but Word is the easiest thing to use for a lot of this. So I'm going to grab from Pictures. I'm going to click Pictures, go to my desktop, find East Texas logo, and there it is. So click on that, say Insert. Okay. And then I'm just going to reduce kind of the size of it. There we go. And really briefly, I'll just type my name and a date for this. So I have my byline and my date line ready to go. And I know it's not March 22nd, but that's when your paper is due. If I wanted to hyperlink my name, I would suggest just hyperlinking everything that asks for a hyperlink, including the comment and subscribe tabs. All of that can be hyperlinked just to the easttexasfoodbank.org website. So if you just copy and paste or Control-C on a PC or Command-C on a Mac to go ahead and copy that, you should be able to copy and paste the URL as far as inside your hyperlink. So to hyperlink something, you just highlight some text, you right-click on the text, and then you just create, in my case it says link. I think I might have a slightly older version of Word here. In your case it'll probably say specifically hyperlink, but really either one works. If I just say link and say, okay, so this is not where I want to be because I just want to link to a website, but let's see. If I click on the drop-down arrow, yeah, all right, easttexasfoodbank.org. So that's, in my clipboard from when I copied it. just say that, and then bam, I have a hyperlink. As long as you have blue text that is underlined and it goes somewhere, I'm going to count that as a hyperlink. Obviously, don't link me to anything that's unprofessional or unrelated to class. Again, you can just link East Texas Food Bank for all of the hyperlinks required in this assignment, and I'll be totally fine with that. Really, as far as the hyperlinks go, if I see blue text underlined, I'll know that you have a hyperlink. So hyperlinks should be fairly easy to take care of. For the social media icons, one issue that I'm running into here is I don't think I saved my FB IG logo as an image, so I think it might have, what is this, an HTML document? So that might be harder to drag in. I want to go ahead and make sure that I find an actual JPEG that I can put into Word, so I'll search for that again. Facebook, Instagram logo. And this is a PNG, so that should work. So JPEGs, PNGs, any sort of image files should work as far as getting them into Word. So I'll just put FBIG. That should allow me to bring it in as a picture. So again, I just go up to Insert, go to Pictures, and FBIG. There we go. And then I can again reduce the size of these handles. And if you guys want, you might want some different images of the social media icons. It works for me right now for just showing you how this all works. The next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to drop in some just copy pasted text and actually show you how the wraparound object or image works, which you're going to need for that embedded picture. So you'll see that you have text wrapping, tight, through, in front of text, top and bottom, behind text, all that great stuff. I'll show you once I drop some text in how that's going to work. Don't do this for your actual assignments, but I am going to probably just see if I can't copy and paste a lot of this text that the students already created. So if I Control C, it might not work because that's a PDF, but we'll see. Yeah. So this obviously completely changed the formatting. So you want something more with, bolded headlines and, bullet points, which to get bolded headlines and bullet points, you can just bold this 3 ways you can help. And then, you could say up here where the bullet points are. So if you're on home in Word, you have up here, you have bullet points. You can just say, backpack program, food bank, schools, something along those lines, and then just, kind of have headlines going forward, get rid of the formatting by just backspacing, and then going forward you can just have, backpack program, bold that as a headline. And then underneath that you would have all the text you wanted, and then underneath, you'd have another food bank headline, and you'd have like a paragraph about that, then you'd have a schools headline and have a paragraph about that. Sort of like this student had the process and sort through drive donations, pack boxes, distribute fresh produce to clients. She had the 3 ways to volunteer, and then she went with headlines from there. So you guys can do kind of the same thing. Now about getting the embedded images, what you're going to do is you're going to find again, and again, if you want to go to their website, that's one way to find images. Usually they're available on Google too. So East Texas Food Bank, and you'll see a lot of images that were already on their website. I'll just go ahead and grab this one. And just say save image as once again. So I believe this is, still going to be a PNG or a JPEG of some sort. Go ahead and say save image as ETB picture, so that you have an embedded picture somewhere. And in order to get full credit for the picture being there, you do have to actually embed it in the text. And the way that you're going to do that, I'll show you. if you go over here, and I'm going to say insert picture once again, it's going to be very disruptive as far as the text is over here. But see, ETB picture, insert. So it's in the middle of my text. I don't want it to be, disrupting things quite like it is right now. I don't want it to, have this giant space between where all the text is. But I do kind of want it to be embedded with the text. And so you can kind of play around with how you want the text wrapping to work. So if I wanted it to be square, which is what you guys are mostly going to want, then clicking the square wrap option embeds it in my text without creating that really awkward space there. Then the next thing I'm going to show you is how to create a caption for your text. So the next thing we're going to do, if I can find it here, so let's see, layout, position, second plane, design, I believe it is insert. Yeah, insert, I believe, not a footer, not a header, but a signature line. Let's see. Insert caption, excuse me. So if you go to references up at the top of Word and say insert caption, as long as you are clicked on the picture, it'll add the caption to the picture itself. This figure 1 thing, it's not going to go away until you delete it once it actually creates the caption, but here we'll go. So I'll just say East Texas Food Bank helpers. I'm guessing that's what this is an image of. And I'll just say OK. So, and position below selected item, so you want it below the picture. Label, if you want, it's going to give you figure no matter what you do, so just, go with it for now, and I'll show you how to get rid of it. Say OK. And then I'm just going to go ahead, and it made my caption. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that figure 1 thing. And then it gave me a caption of East Texas Food Bank helpers. And so I have that caption underneath my picture now. Okay, and then the last couple of things that you're going to want are going to be, and obviously, yes, the paragraph formatting here is not what you want. You want to have the headlines and the bullet points as we do in this example. I'll trust you guys will be able to figure out how to get there as far as just, the spacing and proper formatting in the text itself. And then to create the comment, subscribe, unsubscribe stuff, you would just, again, type that down here, comment. All of that is left aligned. And then if you wanted to just, for me, it's just easy to create a bunch of spaces, because sometimes if you right align something, I think you guys know this, it'll just play with the alignment a little bit too much, and it'll put things in places you don't want them to be. So I'll just space a bunch of times or tab over a bunch of times and say subscribe / unsubscribe. No, make that a little bit closer. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to tab back over a couple times, subscribe, unsubscribe, and that's close enough to the right. So what I'm going to do then is just hyperlink those two things. Again, right-clicking the text, just saying, recent items. If there's none available, I'll just go back and grab that easttexasfoodbank.org link again. I'll come back, say right-click, link, recent items, East Texas Food Bank, stop going away. And then same thing for over here. I'll just, again, use that East Texas Food Bank link. And so while we don't have the actual formatting correct in the middle, again, we pretty much have all of the requirements for the formatting, including logo, including social media icons, including hyperlinks. You do need one in the actual text.